Ulun Danu Beratan Temple.
I'm in Bali.
Let's take a look at Ulun Danu Beratan Temple in Bali, also known as Bali Temple on the Lake, and we'll take a look at a traditional market. Hi, I'm Linda. I'm here as a travel guide so you know what to expect and can plan your travels for a better experience. Ulun Danu Beratan Temple is in Bali, Indonesia, high on the mountains near Bedugul on the shores of Lake Beratan. It's 45 kilometers north of Ubud and 56 kilometers north of Kuta Beach. This temple is a major Hindu temple in Bali, and it's a UNESCO World Heritage Cultural Site. The entrance fee for Ulun Danu Beratan Temple is 50,000 Indonesia rupiah, and it's open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. As soon as you enter the gate after purchasing your ticket, there is a large open space and beautiful gardens. Interestingly, this here is a Buddhist stupa of Beratan. Interesting because it is so close to a site of worship belonging to Hindus. This signifies religious harmony in Bali. It is wonderful to see. When I travel in Bali, I like to get out and about and see the local culture, local religious sites, local streets, architecture, and everyday lives. Bali is known as the Island of Gods and the Island of 1,000 Temples, and also the Paradise Island. Visiting temples in Bali is a must-do. Put it on your list of things to do in Bali. Today is a cloudy, rainy morning. It's 11 a.m. and it's actually very busy and noisy. There are a lot of people here, a lot of tour groups. It's Indonesian school holidays and a lot of Indonesian tour groups, study groups are visiting here today, in addition to all the international tourists. This is a Hindu temple. I wore my sarong to cover my legs. However, they did not seem to be enforcing this here today. Ulun Danu Beratan is an iconic temple in Bali. It's very famous. It's a very popular, picturesque landmark. It's also known as the Floating Temple, the Water Temple, or the Temple on the Lake. It's 11 a.m. and it's very busy. That car park was absolutely packed out there. This temple is 1,500 meters above sea level. The air is a little bit cooler up here in the mountains. There are no blue skies today, like the perfect Instagram pictures that you see of this temple. However, the low clouds and the mist is creating an amazing atmosphere. It feels very peaceful across the lake. The temple has 3 sections: the outer courtyard, the middle courtyard, and the inner sanctuary. Each courtyard is separated by gates. The inner sanctuary is only for worshippers. Tourists may not enter. Ulun Danu Beratan Temple was built in the 17th century in 1633. How to get to Ulun Danu Beratan Temple? I hired a private driver for a day visiting temples. At first I visited the Taman and Yuan Temple, then this, the Ulun Danu Beratan Temple, then went down to Tanalot Temple. I recommend you hire a private driver for the day. Here there are a few spots to get even more beautiful photos of yourself. If you have a motorbike, you can self-drive up the mountain here, but be very careful. It's very steep and it's a long, windy road with lots of buses and tourist cars on this road. You can have boat rides on the lake if you have time. The inner sanctuary is not for tourists. Only local worshippers may enter. I spent an hour here enjoying the beautiful temples and the surrounding grounds. You could easily spend more time. This is a beautiful lake. Next, I'm going to visit a local market only a couple of minutes up the road. Very close to the temple on the main road is the Bedugul traditional market. It's very popular for tourists to stop here. The market is open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. There's a small parking fee. It's interesting to see these different fruits and vegetables and spices of Bali. I don't actually know the names of all these beautiful fruits and veggies, but they are beautiful to look at and very interesting to see what is available here. There are other local goods and clothing that you can buy too, but it's majority fruit and vegetables and spices. Look at all these spices in packets. So many spices. Happy traveling!